friends, how's it going today? I am making this video especially for those of you who know you need to get started on a decluttering journey, but you just feel like it's too overwhelming, and rather than trying to take on a big project, you just decide not to do it. So today I'm going to share with you some tips on how to start small, so stick around. Welcome to the Road to Simple. On this channel, I make videos about simplifying in all areas of our lives. And today we're going to talk about decluttering, and we're going to talk about starting small. Maybe you're already decluttering, or if you're just starting, either way, this information is relevant. But I want you to realize that you can start small. And this is part 2 of a series that I'm doing on starting small. If you haven't seen the first video in this series, I encourage you to go to the link at the very top of the page. It'll be a black and white link. Click on that and it'll take you to the part 1 for starting small. So what I shared with everyone in that first video is how even the smallest declutter projects will build upon one another, and you will see a big difference, I promise. Today I'm in my bedroom, and I'm going to show you a couple things that you can do to start small in your bedroom. First thing let's talk about is sweaters. Sweaters take up a lot of space. They're big, they're bulky. So I encourage you to go through your sweaters and notice the ones that you don't tend to wear very often. Maybe you have a sweater in your closet that you spent a lot of money on, so you're afraid to let it go. But when you wear it, it just feels big and bulky, makes you look bulky, so you're not wearing it. But you think, oh, I paid a lot of money for that. I need to wear it. But you know what? If it doesn't flatter you and you don't feel good in it, you're not going to wear it. So go ahead and donate that. Let that be a blessing to someone else that will fit right. Just because you spent a lot of money on something is not a good reason to keep it. I know that's a hard pill to swallow, but take that as a lesson learned for making sure you're buying the correct thing in the first place. And also, the next time you go to declutter, that item's not going to be staring you in the face again and reminding you that you paid good money for something that you're not wearing. So just go ahead and let it go. You can do it. I'm going to pull out some of my sweaters and put here on the bed, and we'll talk through that. So this is what I keep in my everyday closet. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 regular sweaters and a poncho with a knit top that goes with it. This is what I keep in my everyday closet, but I also have some other sweaters that I keep in a drawer. Let me grab those. And actually I should have prefaced this by saying sweatshirts as well as sweaters. So actually in my drawer, the only thing I had in the way of sweaters was Christmas sweaters, which I keep those in that drawer just because they're seasonal. And then for my sweatshirts, I have 3 of them here. So as you can tell, I've gone through my sweaters and decluttered them quite a bit. And I also must say I live in the South, so I know that's not going to be the same for most of you. So when I lived in the Midwest, I had more sweaters than this. But what I want to emphasize to you as far as how you will see a big impact is that sweaters are bulky and they take up a lot of room. So I actually did let go of some sweaters early in the season, and I did go purchase these 3 sweaters to have 3 nice new sweaters. And so the only 2 that I had kept before was this gray one and this black one. I have downsized my sweaters quite a bit, and I think this is a lounge sweater that I wear with my pajamas, and this is just a cardigan sweater that I keep in that drawer for when I'm cool in the house. I do have some cardigans hanging up in my closet, but what I'm focusing on today is folded sweaters that take up a lot of room. So if you're looking for some place to start small that'll have a big impact, look at your bulky sweaters, and if you didn't wear them last season, what's going to make it different that you're going to wear them this season? I suggest that you keep things that fit you well, things that you feel good in, things that you think flatter you. If it doesn't feel good, if it doesn't fit you, it doesn't deserve a place in your closet. So I personally believe that keeping things in your closet for the size that you are now is the best way to go. Now I realize if you are on a quest to lose weight and that's one of your goals is to fit into something, that's a different story. If you've been holding on to things for years and years thinking I'll get back into that, me personally, I think it's time to let them go. I'm gonna put these back in my closet. Okay, belts is another area that you can easily declutter quickly, hopefully. I have decluttered these down, I don't know, a year or so. I decluttered way down. I had quite a few more. And now I'm down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, I kept some of these thinking I would wear them a year or so ago, and I have not. I kind of did a little survey of everybody and asked who really wears belts anymore, because I just hardly ever wear belts anymore. But so I'm going to let this one go in my donate pile. I'm going to let this one go. I just don't wear them. I'm going to keep one narrow black one, and I'm going to keep these for jeans. And I did decide to keep these 2 chain belts to wear with dresses occasionally. Don't wear them a lot, but I do like them, so I'm going to let these 2 go and keep these. My mom and my sisters and I went through my mom's belts not too long ago, and I think she had collected like 40 belts. And they've just been hanging in her closet for years. Some of them were from when we were in high school. Her kids were in high school, and she had 40 some odd belts. So we decluttered those down. I'm going to link to that video up above so you can watch that if you want to too. That was kind of fun. Hey, have you subscribed to my channel yet? If you haven't, click on the link below. That way we'll get together again with lots more decluttering tips. Back to the video. Another area you can do in your closet is your shoes. And I know that may not be a small area for some of you. In the beginning, it was not for me either. I think the first time I went to declutter my shoes, I was pretty embarrassed that I had like 98 pairs of shoes. And to me, that's a lot, but I know people that have 200 and 300 pairs of shoes as well. But whatever is your thing, you do that. But I'm just saying, for me, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I have this many shoes. And the older I have become, the more I care about comfort in shoes. I'm guessing a lot of you were like me. When we were younger, we just wanted to wear the cute shoes. It didn't matter if they hurt our feet or not. I'm past that. Give me a thumbs up if you're past that too. So I have to share with you about these boots. These little short boots I've been keeping because they just really are cute. And I do like them. I hadn't wore them much. So yesterday I decided to get them out, wear them to work. And see, even just sitting at my desk, not doing a lot of walking, my feet were already hurting before lunch. So I thought, this is it. This is my last test for these boots. I'm going to get rid of them one way or the other. So I thought, oh, these are pretty nice. I'll donate these. And then I turned them over and look what I saw. Look at this. Oh my gosh. So I didn't even realize that the heels were out on these. So not only were they uncomfortable, but the heels were worn off. So you might want to go through your shoes and think about what you can let go of. And I realize shoes may not be an easy start small for you, but add that to your list of areas to do, even if you don't have time to do it right now. But decluttering your shoes is another great place to start, just in one area, and then you will build and build upon that. So here's my shoe rack that I have on the back side of my closet door, and now I have empty spots where those boots were. Yay! You could also declutter your sock drawer. That's an easy place to start. Okay, I'm trying to make these start small videos quick and easy to watch, so I'm going to let you go for today, but I am also going to remind you to watch some others in this series. I encourage you to watch this video right here for some more ideas on how to start small, and then I also have this playlist with lots of ideas for you on decluttering. So stay on this road to simple with me, and we will declutter 1 mile at a time. Keep it simple, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.